Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Justin from Core Performance here. We wanted to put together a quick little video to not only share the background and a little bit of the science and technology and design behind our new IceVents plate carrier shoulder pads, but we also wanted to show you a little bit about how to set them up with various day packs, assault packs, plate carriers, and duffel bags. So the new IceVents shoulder pad is really awesome. We put a ton of work into this over the last year or so, and we're super excited to bring this to you guys. The birth of it actually started because we identified a little bit of a problem with our IcePlate Safety Vest, and then we realized very quickly that there was a problem with plate carrier shoulder pads writ large, and we wanted to look at how do we identify this and how do we make sure that we can design something that really brings value and makes people's lives better. So let's just jump right into it. The IceVents shoulder pad is made out of a proprietary material called Stimulite, and we went to Silicon Valley to find this material and make sure we brought it to you guys in this awesome format. Now, as you can see, probably a little bit difficult at this camera angle, but we're going to get you a different camera angle to show it to you. IceVents are 90% air by volume. You can see this honeycomb architecture on the bottom side, the body facing side, basically has no mass to it. Okay, if we look at a competing shoulder pad from a different company, this is another plate carrier shoulder pad on the market, you can see it's solid. So that's going to be not a lot of ventilation. It's hard for air to get through a solid, right? If light's not getting through, air's not going to get through. So if you look at our IceVents shoulder pads side by side, you can see that the length is basically the same thing, right? So they're roughly the same length. Our IceVents is a little bit wider to provide a little bit more real estate to disperse load and impact energy, but you can also see through ours almost entirely, right? So if I hold up the light, again, we'll do a little drop-in shot in post so we can show that to you guys. This provides for vastly superior ventilation, okay? So we also didn't like some of the shortcomings in how not versatile other shoulder pad offerings were. So we designed the IceVents to be moldable or cuttable, basically. You can just grab a pair of household shears and you can trim the IceVents to whatever length specifications, narrower, wider, whatever you want, not wider, but narrower that you want. You can make them a little bit shorter. You can customize the fit, basically, and it's not going to impact them. So that actually gets to the next point that I want to talk about, which is the durability. So not only are IceVents antimicrobial inherently, and they cannot retain water, but they're also ridiculously durable. So you can grab an IceVents and you can try to break it apart. And I am pulling, believe me, I'm pulling as hard as I can to try to break this apart, and it's not doing anything, right? Now let's go ahead and try to use physics to our advantage and try to twist this to see if we can break it apart and make it weaker that way, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to pull it, and there's nothing happening, as you guys can see, all right? Now, let's look at how the IceVents that's been torqued compares to a brand new one. This is the brand new one. This is the one that I've been playing with, right? And trying to break it. Nothing. They're exactly the same. So you can machine wash these. If you want to, don't put them in the dryer. Just put them in a basic cold wash cycle with mild soap and water. You're good to go. Or you can just rinse them off in the sink with some soap and water if you really have to, but you really don't need to do that under most circumstances. So let's go ahead and get right back to how we're going to set these things up. Okay, so out of the box, you get two IceVents, and then you get a length of back-to-back Velcro, and this will come in either black or coyote tan. Now if we take an assault pack or a day pack like this Haley Strategic FlatPack Plus, okay, you can see we already have it set up where you've got IceVents on both shoulder pads to help, again, manage that load. The HSP FlatPack Plus comes with cord management, comms integration already, so you don't need to use the IceVents back-to-back for that. So instead, what you're going to do is you're just going to basically measure the width of this shoulder pad with your included lengths of back-to-back, and then you're going to trim the back-to-back accordingly based on whatever these measurements are, and also based on whatever cord thickness or comms cord thickness or drink tube diameter that you've got to deal with, if any. Okay, so that's a basic setup for the Haley Strategic FlatPack Plus. Next, we've got a minimalist plate carrier. This is the Pig Brig by SKD Tactical, a very well-designed, low-profile setup. And part of that low profile means you don't have any padding on your shoulders, so we went ahead and fixed that for you with the IceVents. So what you do with a plate carrier, right, is you're going to look at the width of the plate carrier shoulder straps, and then you're going to measure out a length of back-to-back that is able to fit the width of the shoulder pads and any other accessories that you might have to deal with. So on a shoulder pad side with no accessories, you can make it a nice tight fit like that. On the other side, if you've got like one of our hydration tubes, an IcePlate drink tube, then you want to cut it a little bit longer to accommodate for that drink tube thickness and diameter, okay? And then you can run it underneath the back-to-back like so. And that's how you set up like a basic minimalist plate carrier with just one side with a drink tube or a comms integration, okay? So now we're going to look at this Velocity Systems Scarab LT with one of our IcePlate Moly Sleeve 6s on the back and a Source drink tube, and we're going to pretend like this is basically going to be a dual tube setup. So we're going to have hydration on one side and comms on the other side. So you can see, for contrast, we went ahead and used the Coyote Tan, the optional Coyote Tan back-to-back, to show how you can accommodate a drink tube or comms cord or whatever you've got, okay? So what you want to do is you set up the shoulder pads with one length, and then you're going to measure the diameter of the Source tube or whatever hydration tube you want, HydroPack, ours, Camelback, whoever, doesn't matter. And then you can adjust it so that it's super tight and low profile, keeping your hydration tube right where you need it, okay? Super easy to do. Now let's go ahead and show you guys step by step how to do that on this side. So we already set it up on the back for speed, and what we're gonna do is take our back-to-back and then loop against loop. We're going to thread it through the slit in the IceVents, okay? And then we're gonna pull it around, and then we went ahead and got this hydration tube in a lighter color to contrast against the plate carrier in the IceVents so it's easy to see on camera. All right, so we're going to run this through the backside, and then we're going to pull it up against the IceVents back to back here, and if we want to run it really tight, we just do that. We decide how much back-to-back overlap we want, and then we grab our scissors, and then we go ahead and cut right here so that we can decide how much strength we want. Basically, if you want it to be stronger, then you're going to want to get a little bit more real estate, and if you don't need it as strong, then you get a little bit less. Very simple. And then once you get that, you just cut to length and you're good to go. We went ahead and pre-cut this length so that we could show a wider drink tube assortment for length and speed. But the other thing you can do here, just for demonstration purposes, is we'll show you how you can accommodate multiple drink tubes or multiple, like a drink tube and a comm cord in a given length, and you can just do this. Very simple. Okay, not that anybody's actually going to do this, but this is, again, just for demonstration. Pretend that this is a comm cable and this is your hydration tube. So that is how you set up a basic plate carrier. And now we're going to look at one of the more general purpose, versatile applications for your new IceVents shoulder pads, which is a general purpose duffel bag, right? So this is a great REI road tripper duffel, awesome, very versatile, durable bag, comes with a shoulder strap. Shoulder strap does not come with a shoulder pad. So how do you fit this? You grab your IceVents, you line it up with the REI shoulder strap, and you see that basically the width goes right in between the slits in the IceVents. That's by design. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our back-to-back and we're going to undo it a little bit. We're going to run it through one of the slits. Okay, and then we're going to measure all the way across like so. And then we extend it to basically be about 2x that top length. So this is kind of what you're looking for. And then you do a little bit of overlap to make sure that you have enough real estate. Or purchase. You trim. And your measurement's good to go. So now We're just going to thread it through here. And boom, we're on like that. And then you're just going to repeat this step and this process for the other set of slits, and you're ready to roll. Again, this is just a quick rundown, a little bit of a how-to to set up your IceVents shoulder pads for your plate carrier, your assault pack, your day pack, or your duffel bag, your backpack, whatever you need. We're super excited again to bring you guys these awesome IceVents plate carrier shoulder pads. If you guys have any questions, don't forget you can hit us up anytime on live chat on our website. You can DM us on Instagram, or you can shoot us an email, info@coreperformance.com, and we'll get right back to you guys. Thanks so much for joining. Until next time, stay frosty.